So the Jetstream was designed by Casey at Knives Fast and is manufactured by Kubi.
The Jetstream has a 4.5-inch handle and a 3.5-inch blade for overall 8 inches in length.
The Jetstream has titanium scales and hardware and a 154 cm blade steel.
All the screws that Courtney mentioned that are titanium are T8 construction. So like, the pocket clip, the body screw, and the pivot hole, all T8. Good job, Casey. Thank you.
The Jetstream comes in at 4.9 ounces or 139 grams.
For our first size comparison, this is a Jetstream in the middle of a Redemption 229 full size and a street model.
Jetstream is being compared now in size to the 80 20.5 and the 80 15.
For our final comparison, we'll compare the Jetstream to the Large and Cozy by Chris Reeve and the greatest folding knife of all time that needs no further introduction. Okay, man, there's a lot of exciting stuff here. Maybe one of the most exciting things about this knife to me is the price. It's a very sterile design. No insults insinuated, or meant. It's just, not a lot of flashy stuff going on here. It's not like an attention grabber, but it's made out of a lot of great materials. The website says it has a high flat grind, but Casey says it has a slight hollow grind.
A very, very shallow.
He shows examples with the ruler on some of his videos, and I believe him. But, man, this is micro milling. Oh. Kubi did a really good job on that micro milling. The pocket clip is reversible, and they have the filler in there. That's great. I do like what they've done with or what Casey's done with the hole as well. You got the fuller, and you got the hole for reverse flicks, and it works phenomenal. With the flipper tab, push button, you're gonna fail. Because it's just the nature of that small flipper tab, but...
Light switch.
Yeah, light switch, or I can't remember what Casey called it, but just kind of start from above and graze, and you're going to have no problem at all. But I like the knife, man.
It's smooth.
I really do. I like the knife.
Yep, I tried to push button it. It feels really good. Like when we got it out, I could feel that there was something there. In the low light, I couldn't tell that it was micro milled from looking at it, but like you can feel it whenever it's in hand.
Yeah. It adds a little bit of texture. I wouldn't say
grippy.
No, it's not grippy, but it feels great in the hand no matter how you put it in your hand. It's very comfortable. The pocket clip on the reverse grip is the only way it's noticeable to me. It's like and I still wouldn't call it a hot spot. I'm just saying I can feel it in the reverse grip, like in the pull cut. But yeah, and in that grip, I'm not feeling it at all. But then again, here in the pull cut, which Boy Scout says you should never do anyway. Then you got your pocket clip that's gonna kind of resting up underneath your fingers, though. Kind of actually provides a little bit more grip. I think the knife was designed very well, man. It's a liner lock, all T8 construction, like we mentioned, man. I mean, that's thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. I kind of expected this knife to be much more expensive whenever we took it out. Very much appreciate 5 Door Estates sending it in for us to be able to review. We were on live, and we were asking what everybody was carrying, and just about everybody had a Tempest, and I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah,
Tempest Jetstream, and I honestly didn't even know what it was. They were like, Casey from Knives Fast, and I was like, I've seen the channel, man. I'm not familiar. And as soon as we looked up the knife and we saw all his videos on the knife, and Ren and Stimpy started popping up on the screen, I remembered the channel immediately.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to him for a while.
I'm subscribed to him. Honestly, his stuff just doesn't pop up in my feed. You know, like I watch a lot of smaller channels, and that's usually my bread and butter. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with his channel,
right?
You know, and there's nothing wrong with his knives. So like,
did you tell what price it was after you?
$139.
There you go.
Something like that, man.
Yeah.
$139, $149. I can't remember. This is a reverse tuxedo. The prices do vary depending on which variation you're looking at. I think the Knives Fast version, which happens to be sold out as we speak.
So is this one, I think.
No, there was a few of these left. I think there was 52 of these left. No, you may be right. You may be right.
Yeah.
Maybe a different version that's available. Yeah, you may be right.
Yeah, I think the reverse tux is sold out.
I'm glad I watched his video on it because I thought this was a cup of noodles. Yeah, but he said this is a Tempest tornado. And that makes a lot more sense.
A cup of noodles.
I really did. I thought it was a cup of, I don't know why, but I thought it was like a bowl of spaghetti or something like that, you know. Like, but and no, you know, no insults there either. Just kind of what came to my mind whenever I saw it.
Right.
What do you think about it overall?
I do think it's a very smooth knife. Like, look there. I did it on camera.
That was the weakest.
It may have been, but it opened all the way, and it was on camera. Y'all know I don't do that on camera.
Yeah, and that's not going to say anything about that detent. Like,
No.
The detent might be just a tad bit on the weak side, but it's there. You know, like it's if you're not trying to fell it and you know how to open a knife, you shouldn't be felling it. I'm saying that you have absolutely no idea how to open a knife and maybe no business. And this is like one of the most important parts of a knife to me, and I don't know why. I think it just kind of is a testament. Yeah, that's really what it is. It's a pet peeve. But when the blade is closed, I don't like to see a lot of movement on the blade. Now, there are knives that I very much enjoy carrying, like the E15, where you can move the blade from one side to the next. So it doesn't like stop me from enjoying a knife. I just really like to see it when the pivot is strong enough and the tolerances are tight enough to keep that blade still and centered whenever it's closed. If it may be an illusion, but it gives me the illusion of security.
Yeah.
The action is, if you're an action guy, just fall shut. Now with a 3.5-inch blade and 4.9 ounces, it's not going to meet everybody's requirements. Weight doesn't matter to me. I carry a lot of hefty stuff. Most of my stuff is much heavier than that. But for some people, you know, the 3.5-inch
to length ratio,
yeah, is a little off. That ain't gonna be me though. Like I enjoy this knife. It's very fidget friendly too. Like you can just sit there and watch TV. I was sitting there playing with it, and there's just so many different deployment methods which I'll just pretty much use too. I gotta be honest, like with these holes, when you got a nice thick slab of scale material, in this case titanium, it's kind of difficult for me to get my thumb down there. I can do it, as you can see, but like it's just it comes more natural to do the reverse flip or just use a flipper. But it's fun to play with while you're watching TV or doing whatever,
Don't be making them dizzy.
Does that make them dizzy?
I don't know. I heard Nick say it one time. Somebody's like, "Would you keep that thing still?" Making me dizzy.
Well, yeah. And if you leave it sitting on the table in one position too long, they bitch about that too. So anyway, what we got? What we got, Courtney? Anything else?
It's a really good knife for the price.
I think so too. I think it's a great value. I'm not just saying that. Casey's not my friend. He didn't pay me to do this review. Like, he don't know who I am. I barely know who he is, but I respect this design.
And I really like that he used the little jimping. I'm a small jimping fan.
Yeah.
And it works.
Y'all see her sleeves? She got a new robe. She's all bougie today. I think she splurged at the Dollar General.
It was at the Walmart.
Oh, that was at the Walmart. And there's plenty of jimping. You know, which is a change he made from the original prototype that he got in. So there's small jimping, which does grip better than larger jimping,
Yes.
like say on the Magnum Works Pantheon that we have here. You know, that's larger jimping. Now, that still works. It'll work with gloves a lot better than, say, jimping like this. But if you're barehanded, then the small jimping is where you want to be at, you know, or
where we prefer.
Where we prefer, yeah. But regardless, yeah, I like it. I like the price. I don't think there's just anything to complain about. It's
Probably a pretty good Christmas gift.
Maybe
if they're in stock.
Yeah, maybe get your ass over there and order one quickly if you want to order one for somebody. You know, order one for Christmas. Order one, whatever, for a gift for Christmas for somebody. Oh, the lanyard hole. I usually skip this part because I'm not much of a lanyard person, but the lanyard hole is perfect. The backspacer is titanium. I'm not sure if we mentioned that.
Pocket clip is too.
Pocket clip's titanium. Everything's titanium except for the blade, even the screws. It's just, man, I mean, like, what is there to complain about?
Sub 150 price, like.
It's a little less than a half an inch thick in the hand. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I can't find anything to complain about. I love it. I think it's an incredible value for what it is. Now, some people may disagree, but like, you know, I'm 154 cm still. We've mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I won't call myself a fanboy, but I may have to pick one up. And I say that a lot, and then a lot of times I fall through just because I usually got my sights set on something for a while before I actually pull the trigger. But if I remember, and
they're in stock,
I may have to grab one of these in the future. But I like it. Good job, Casey. Thank you, 5 Door Estate, for sending it in for our, you know, like for review. And
I'm gonna try one of these.
Yeah, he also stuck a pack of Buc-ee's.
Orange
is that how you
sours.
say it?
Yep.
Big old convenience store that doesn't like truck drivers. And he was like, since you can't ever stop at a Buc-ee's because you're always in a semi truck, I went ahead and picked you up some sugar-free because you're getting fat, and 100% daily value vitamin C candies. So thank you. I will use that. You guys have a great one.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.